Washer not spinning? If you've got a Whirlpool built V-Max top-load belt drive washer that's acting stubborn, you might be dealing with a failed drive motor. I'm Rory from appliancepartspros.com, and today we're getting into it, step by step, so you can knock this out yourself. It's easier than it looks, so whether you've done this kind of repair before or this is your first rodeo, you'll be fine. Let's get started and get that washer back in gear. With over 2 million products in stock and the know-how to help you do it yourself, we are appliancepartspros.com. Before we dive in, here's what you'll need: a multimeter, a hex head driver set, putty knife, and a socket set, and maybe a small flatblade screwdriver. Toss in a towel for any water that sneaks out of the hoses, and a blanket or cardboard to protect the paint when we tip the washer on its side later. And as always, pull the plug or flip the breaker. Power off first every time. Now, a quick note on what VMAX even means. It's Whirlpool's shorthand for their belt drive modular top-load design, also called a vertical modular washer in some tech documents. If you have a Whirlpool built top-load belt drive washer, chances are it is a VMAX or VMAX 2. The good news is the steps we're covering today apply across the board for these models. So when should you suspect the motor? If the lid locks, maybe you hear a bit of water come in, but then nothing, no spin, no agitation, maybe the drain pump runs, that's when we're left with just a few options. We've covered the motor capacitor in a separate video. Usually that one hums but does nothing. If that's your symptom, check the description below. It's worth testing while you're down by the motor anyways. Next is the gear case. Lift the lid and give the tub a spin by hand. If it rotates smoothly, no grinding or dragging, you can rule that out. That usually leaves us with two options: the control board or a motor. And because nobody wants to rip out a motor only to find out the board was the issue, we'll test the board first. So with the washer unplugged, shut off the water, disconnect the hoses, grab that towel, and pull the unit out enough to get behind it. Remove the 2 or 4 screws from the rear panel, depending on your model. Now push the console towards the rear, slide a putty knife under the corners to release the clips, lift the console up and out of the way. Now you're looking for a 7-pin connector with 6 wires: brown, white with a blue tracer, light blue, black or white wire, red, and orange. Disconnect that plug. A small flatblade screwdriver can help release the tab if it's being stubborn. Grab your multimeter and set it to resistance, that upside down horseshoe symbol. If you're a little rusty on how to use one, we've got a quick walkthrough linked in the description. Test between the red and orange wires. These are your motor windings. Resistance will vary a bit depending on the motor. Some of these came with different horsepower ratings. Check your washer's tech sheet to be sure. On ours, we're looking for 7 to 12 ohms across both windings. Then test from each of those wires to the black or white common wire. You should get between 3.5 and 6 ohms on this model. Heads up here, don't confuse the white with blue tracer for the common wire. That one will throw you off. If any of these readings are way off, open, or just dead, you're heading down to the motor next. If everything checks out here, your issue may be the control board instead. But we'll keep going so you know how to confirm it at the motor too. Go ahead and reconnect that 7-pin connector, flip the console back over, and secure the rear panel again. Now put down your blanket or cardboard and gently lay the washer on its side. Locate the motor. If the pulley cover's in the way, pull it off with your hex driver. Unplug the motor harness. You usually see green or green and yellow, white, yellow, and red wires. Using your multimeter, just like before, check red to yellow, then red to white, then yellow to white, looking for the same resistance ranges. If the readings down here match what they should be but didn't up top, your harness is the problem. If they're bad here too, the motor's toast. Replacing the motor is pretty simple once you've taken the pulley cover off. Pop the belt off by pulling it towards you while spinning one of the pulleys. Watch your fingers, those pulleys bite. Once the belt's off, remove the 2 mounting screws holding the motor to the gear case, and out it comes. Here's the one we pulled. If you've got your replacement already, great. If not, grab one at appliancepartspros.com. Just match it up with your model number. To install the new motor, line it up on the gear case with the connector facing out so you can plug it back in. Reinstall your 2 mounting screws. Doesn't have to be cranked down, just snug enough not to back out. Loop the belt around the smaller pulley, then press it into the groove on the larger one while you rotate it. Watch your fingers again. Once that's seated, reinstall the pulley cover. Stand the unit back up, reconnect the hoses, plug it back in, and you're good to go. That should get your Whirlpool V-Max washer back to doing its job. If you still need the part, head over to appliancepartspros.com. Just punch in your model number and you'll have it in a couple of days. And once you've got it fixed, drop a comment and let us know how it went. Appreciate you watching. See you next time.